And with the first topic out of the way, let's go on to the next topic. And this, this is actually extremely outside of what we normally talk about. Granted, it deals with Amazon, but I almost never, ever talk about things like this because this is not that kind of channel. But I'm going to give Amazon credit for this. You know what? People say I'm too negative on Uber. They say I'm too negative on Amazon. Why can't you praise them once in a while? You know what? I will praise them for this. Amazon decided to take down this horrendously racist and disgusting t-shirt. Now, this is a screenshot of the listing. And it is a photo of the officer killing George Floyd. The title of the item was "I Can't Breathe, Black Lives Matter, $15. Someone decided this was a good thing to make into a shirt. And then, of course, just because they're extra a-holes, guess what? They have a little kid wearing it. I mean, geez, why didn't you just make it a little black kid just to drive home the point of what a jerk you are? So, here's the thing. Actually, I didn't realize this when we were talking about it. This isn't even just a regular shirt. Like, the reason they have, like, a little boy wearing it is because this was a children's t-shirt. This was a children's t-shirt. My goodness. Now, you might be asking at this point, how on earth did something like this happen? Just how on earth? Because, I don't care whether you're a Black Lives Matter or an All Lives Matter or a Republican or a Democrat, or whether you think the protests are justified, or whether you think they're not justified. I don't care what your thought on this is. I think we can all agree that posting a picture of someone being killed on a children's t-shirt and selling it to kids and families, that's just mind-blowing. And then, of course, you have to wonder what sick people actually bought this thing. But the way something like this happens is because Amazon has the third-party seller platform. They do. And once you sell so many things, you can sign up for a pro membership and you can start creating your own listings for your own merchandise. You can also, by the way, abuse this. I'm not saying you should do this, but you can abuse this and create a duplicate item of say a movie or a CD or a toy, something that you would normally be restricted to selling, and create that listing so that you can sell that item, usually at a higher price. But you can create anything you want. And this is why Amazon's come under fire for counterfeit merchandise and things like that. Because you can create anything and it looks authentic. Hey, it's on Amazon. It must be authentic. And yet you buy it, you get it, and you look at it, and it's pretty clear it's a pirated piece of merchandise. And in fact, it's interesting because someone was talking to me about GameStop on one of my videos yesterday. And one of the things I forgot to mention is I tell my wife not to buy shirts and stuff on Amazon anymore with pictures. She sees a shirt with a Pikachu or a Sailor Moon on it. I tell her not to do it. Go to GameStop, go to Hot Topic, go someplace where you can't just create a listing and sell a pirated shirt. Only buy authentic shirts. And, so that's one thing we do. Because look at what you can do with this. You can create something pretty disgusting when you get down to it. This is horrendously horrifying, and I have to give Amazon credit for removing it. Now then, here's the story. The garment available on the U.S. Amazon store for $15 was listed by a third-party reseller. In a statement to the BBC, Amazon said that the account was being investigated. The online retailer's guidelines prohibit products that depict crime scene photos. And you know what that kind of tells me? Unfortunately, that tells me that this has happened before. That someone has taken a crime scene photo meant to make people upset and to disgust them, and they put on a t-shirt and they sold it on Amazon. So the item was on sale alongside other clothing promoted by the same vendor that was targeted at supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't think this shirt was made for Black Lives. Well, maybe it was. The one thing that we don't see is the slogan, but either way, it's pretty disgusting. While the original listing is now offline, other examples of t-shirts and baseball caps featuring the same photo above the slogan "Against Violent Law Enforcement" can still be found on Amazon's U.S. site. Now, okay, let me comment on that. You know, if it says underneath "Against Violent Law Enforcement," the shirt makes a heck of a lot more sense, because, you know, you would wear that for a protest. From this, though, it just looks like someone's taking this photo and putting it on the shirt, and they're selling it to kids. I don't know. I do not know what to think about. No, I do know what to think about that. I think that's disgusting. It shouldn't be done. I do not think you should be using photos where people are getting killed, at least real people, I should say, on a t-shirt. I mean, if you want to show the death of Robin or the death of Joker or something, you know, a fictionalized character that was drawn and it was meant, you know, it came from a fictional source, you know, that's perfectly fine because it's not real. But wow. So yeah, that just kind of goes to show you can truly find anything on Amazon. So anyway, that's that story. I am curious what all of you think. I'm going to actually take a peek right now. I don't normally do this, but yeah, okay, yeah. Well, at least one person is okay with me speaking against this, so thank you, Chris. But in the meantime, what do all of you think about this? Is this shirt in poor taste? Do you agree with this shirt? I would be very curious to understand what your reasoning for being okay with this shirt is. You know, and hey, safe space, if you will. Feel free to share whatever your thoughts are. I'm not going to say we're going to necessarily respect your opinion, but you are allowed to share your opinion on this show, in this chat, in the comments below. And then, you know, like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that jazz. But this is definitely interesting.